Good morning, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Denise Price, and I'm going to lead you through a flow to let go of languish. You might wonder what that is. Last week, the New York Times wrote an article about the feeling that many of us are experiencing post-COVID. Well, post the height of COVID. Some of us, after being cooped up in our homes for over a year, we are feeling dull, unable to focus, foggy, not clear. And they've termed those symptoms languishing. So today, the flow that I'm going to lead you through is to let go of that dullness and try to get clarity with body movement and breathing. So let's get started. Let's start with some cleansing breaths. And we're going to do some pranayama breathing. So we're going to take a deep breath in, fill up our bellies, and exhale through our mouths. Big exhale, audible exhale. One more just like that. Now, we're going to breathe in for 5 counts. Hold at the top for 2. Breathe out for 5 counts and hold at the bottom for 2. And we're going to do that 3 times. So, let's begin. I'll count for you. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. As we are connecting to our breath, let's set an intention for our practice today. Start to feel the energy that we have initiated from our pranayama breath. Feel it start to build in our body. Let's take that energy and start our practice today. So join me on the mat on all fours, knees and hands. Check your alignment. Make sure that your knees are hip width apart. Your hips are over your knees. Your wrists are over your shoulders. Your shoulders are over your wrists. And we're going to start with 3 cat-cows. So we're going to bring our belly down toward our mat, our head up toward the ceiling. We're going to shift our gaze to the front of our mat. And we're going to exhale. As we exhale, we're going to lift that spine, curve it under, but release any tension you might have in the neck. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more of these. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's come back to a neutral position, and we're going to do spinal balance. So we're going to raise that left foot, point the toe, bring the right arm forward, and have a horizontal line of energy going from the tips of our right fingers out to the left toes. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your left knee in to meet your right, and take your right arm and bring it underneath your left arm along the floor. Bring your right ear to the mat for thread the needle pose. Breathe here. Feel that stretch in the shoulder. Come up back to neutral, and we're going to lift the right leg up, point the toes, bring the left arm forward, point the fingers toward the front of your mat, and feel that horizontal line of energy going through the left fingertips out the right toes. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hand down, bring your right knee to meet your left, and then take your left arm and bring it underneath your right, where your back of your hand touches the floor, your left ear touches the mat for thread the needle on the other side. Feel that stretch through the left shoulder. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Come up to a neutral spine, and we're going to tuck our toes under and then bring ourselves to downward facing dog. Now this is our first downward facing dog of the day, so go ahead and pedal those feet. Move those hips around if that feels good in your body. Let your head hang heavy. Don't release any tension you might have in the neck. And press down through your palms. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings, your calves. Take a few breaths here. We're going to get ready to do 5 sun salutations. I will walk you through the first 3, and you can do the next 2 on your own. So, let's step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Hands through heart center. Hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Make sure you have a flat back. Forward fold. Plant the hands. Step back to plank. And slowly move all the way down to the top of your mat. Flat tops of the feet to the mat. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lift your chest. Soften your gaze to the front of your mat for cobra. and release. Plant your hands, step back to plank. And come down to downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Take a few breaths here. Step forward to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Let's do a vinyasa here. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Step forward to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Hands through heart center. Hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step back to plank. Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Now, you have two more. You can do at your own pace. If you get stuck, you can watch me. But remember, there's breathed movement here. So let's step forward to the top of our mat and go. Pressing your hips into the sky. Raise your right foot for three-legged dog. And bring your right foot in between your hands. And bring your arms up toward the ceiling for crescent lunge. Sink down into that lunge. Breathe here. Bring your left arm behind you and your right arm forward for warrior two. Take your right hand, palms up, slide your left arm down your leg, bring your right arm back for reverse warrior. Bring your right elbow to your right knee and bring your left hand over for extended side angle. Reverse your warrior. And come into extended side angle once again. And feel that energy as it moves through your fingers all the way down to your toes in a straight line. And reverse your warrior. Now grab a block if you need one. Put it on the right by your pinky toe. Your reverse warrior, come down to triangle pose. You can use a block here, As you straighten that right leg, or you can go all the way to the ground, whatever feels comfortable in your body. Reverse your warrior, triangle pose. Come up to 5-pointed star. Bring your hands together over your head and bring them down heart center, and then start to squat into prayer squat. This is a good core exercise, hip opener. Bring your arms down, back up to 5-pointed star, and we're going to come into goddess pose. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arms down and up overhead. We're going to come down for a final squat position into sun god pose. Arms, hands, fingers spread apart, and press your shoulder blades in your back. Bring them out, and then take your heels and move them out so that your feet are parallel to the front and back of your mat. And then come into a forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Don't tense your neck up. If you do feel any tension, try to release it. And then we're going to come up to a flat back, forward fold. Start to roll up one vertebra at a time. And then we're going to move the left foot toward the back, point toward the back of our mat. We're going to come into a warrior 2. Bring your right foot to meet your left. Come into Tadasana. Let's go into chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift your heels and lower. Bring your hands together and then hook your right elbow to your left knee. Keep your hips straight and look up for a twist. Breathe here. Come back to center. And then let's do that on the other side. Hook your left elbow to your right knee. Keep your hips forward and look up. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Come forward. Come back up to Tadasana. Palms facing forward. And we're going to lift the right foot and start to bring it back and bring our arms back so that we're in airplane pose on the left foot. Breathe here. You may feel a little bit of shaking. That's okay. That means it's working. Let's bring your right foot slowly and with control forward. And if you need to touch the mat, it's okay. You're going to come into a standing. Coming into a standing staff pose. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly and with control, let's go back into airplane. Breathe here. And then come into standing staff once more. And you can actually grab your knee if you want to, or if you would like to Straighten your leg. Whatever feels good for you and your practice today. Slowly with control, let's come down and come into Tadasana. We're going to take our left foot back. Come into Warrior Two. We're going to reverse our warrior. Come into side angle. Reverse our warrior. Recline side angle. Reverse our warrior. Keep your legs straight, and if you need a block, you can. For triangle pose, reverse your warrior. Triangle. Come into 5-pointed star. Bring your arms up overhead. Bring them down to heart center and squat for prayer squat. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to 5-pointed star. Give yourself some love and come into goddess pose. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. 5-pointed star, sun god pose. Make sure to turn your knees out. Bring those elbows in. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And come up. 5-pointed star. Turn your heels out so their feet are parallel with the front and back of your mat. And hinge at the hips, forward to forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Come up to halfway lift and fold. Now roll up very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Turn your left foot to the back of your mat. Turn your right foot to a 45-degree angle and come into a warrior two. Step your right foot to meet your left. Bring your hands up, lower down for Utkatasana chair pose. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back, lift your heels. Bring your arms up. Bring your hands and clasp them together and hook your right elbow on your left knee. Keep your hips level and look up over your left shoulder. Breathe here. Come back to center. Hook your left elbow to your right knee. Look up over your right shoulder. Smile. Breathe here. Come back to center. Straighten up for Tadasana. Bring your right foot, balance on your left leg, and come forward to airplane pose. Bring your right foot through center. Bring your arms up for standing staff pose. Slowly and with control, bring it back to airplane. And with control, and if you need to touch the mat, go ahead and do it. Standing staff. Come down to center. Now, bring your right leg back. Bring your arms up, right heel up for crescent lunge. Bring your right arm down, your left arm forward. Bend into that left knee for warrior two. Take your right arm, slide it down your right leg, and bring your left arm back. Yes, we are doing this again on the other side. Bring your left arm to your left knee. Bring your right arm over and stretch for revolved side angle. Feel that energy going from the right fingertips out through the right toes. Reverse your warrior. Over for extended side angle. Feel that stretch on the right side body. Feel that energy going from your right fingertips all the way down your leg. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Straighten your left knee, and if you need a block, place that behind by your pinky toe and come into triangle pose. Reverse your warrior. Triangle. Five-pointed star. Bring your hands together over your head and come down into a prayer squat. Breathe here. Five-pointed star. Goddess pose. Five-pointed star. Sun god pose. Remember to squeeze those shoulder blades in. Bring those elbows in, hands spread apart. Feet grip the mat. Five-pointed star. Move those heels out so they're parallel for the front and back of your mat, and bring yourself down into a forward fold. Release your neck. Breathe here for take a few breaths here. Halfway lift and fold. Come up one vertebra at a time. Turn your right foot to the back of your mat. Take the left foot and put it at a 45-degree angle. And come into warrior two. Make sure that right knee is over that right ankle and you're strong in your stance. This is a powerful pose, grounding pose. Bring your left foot to bring your right foot into Tadasana. Utkatasana chair pose. Bring your arms back, palms down to the ground. Lift your heels. Back to chair pose. Bring your hands together and hook your left elbow to your right knee. Keep your hips forward and your gaze up over your right shoulder for a twist. Come back to center. Hook your right elbow against your left knee. Look up over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Come back to Tadasana. Take a deep breath here. And let's start to fold, lift our left leg, lift our right leg, balance on our left leg into airplane. Bring your right foot through center and up to standing staff. Slowly and with control, come down and go back into airplane pose. It's okay if you fall out, just try to get right back in. This is your practice. Sometimes we're stronger on one side than we are on the other. Be loving and kind to yourself. Come back into standing staff. Slowly with control, which I did not do. Come down, back to center. Bring your right foot back and come into warrior two. Keep that knee over the left ankle and breathe here. Take a few breaths. You've been working hard. All right, we're going to take that right hand and going to bring it down on the right leg. Take that left arm and bring it over. Feel that stretch on the left side body. And then start to come forward. Take that left arm to the left knee. Bring your right hand over for extended side angle. Feel that energy. Bring your arm back, left arm back to reverse your warrior. Left arm on the left knee, bring your right arm over. Feel that perfect line of energy from the tips to the toes. Reverse your warrior. And then if you need a block, grab your block. Place it by your pinky toe. You can use that, or you can just go all the way down here for triangle pose. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your warrior. Triangle pose. 5-pointed star. Prayer squat. 5-pointed star. Goddess pose. 5-pointed star. Sun God pose. 5-pointed star. Kick your heels out and come forward into a forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Keep breathing. Roll up. Turn your right foot to the back of your mat. Left foot 45-degree angle and come into a sink down into a warrior two. Bring your left foot to meet your right foot. Utkatasana chair pose. Bring your hands together. Hook your left elbow to your right knee. Look up. Back to center. Hook your left elbow to your right knee. Your right elbow to your left knee. Look up over your left shoulder. And then come back up to Tadasana. Take your left foot, bring it up over, balance on your right foot. And then come into airplane pose. Slowly and with control, bring it through, arms up for standing staff. Notice if your body is stronger on this side or the other. It's okay, it doesn't matter, just notice. Okay, if you get a little shaky, just come back in. Let's go to airplane pose, balance on that right leg. Use the wall if you need to. Bring your left foot through into standing staff pose. And slowly and with control, let's come back down to center. Take a deep breath here. We're going to take our right foot back into a warrior two. Slide your right hand down your right leg and bring your left arm up and over for reversed warrior. Come forward. Put your left arm on your left knee and bring your right arm over for extended side angle. Bring your right hand back for reversed warrior. Bring your left hand over your head. Come back. Left arm over the left knee. Bring your right arm over for extended side angle. Love that energy. See that energy. Feel that energy. Bring that right arm over. If you need a block here, grab the block. Otherwise, we come into straighten that leg and come into triangle. Reverse your warrior. Triangle pose. We're going to come into 5-pointed star. Bring your hands overhead into prayer position. Come through heart center and prayer squat. Take a few breaths here. Feel that energy start to move and move all over the inside of your torso and your legs. Feel that heat building. 5-pointed star, goddess pose. Hold here. 5-pointed star, sun god pose. Pull those shoulder blades together. Spread those fingers wide. Breathe here. 5-pointed star. Kick those heels out. Parallel mat. Down. We're going to do hinge at the hips for forward fold. Hold here. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And roll up one vertebra at a time. Turn your foot to the back of your mat. Turn your left foot to 45-degree angle to the corner of your mat. We're going to come over and we're going to step forward where your left and foot meet each other. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift our right leg, balance on our left leg into airplane. Bring your right foot through center and up to standing staff. Slowly and with control, come down and go back into airplane pose. It's okay if you fall out, just try to get right back in. This is your practice. To standing staff. Slowly come down back to center. We're going to bring ourselves down to our mat. We're going to extend our legs long, and we're going to start by moving into a twist. So we're going to take our right leg, bend our right leg, and bring it over the left at the knee. Take your right hand behind you and bring your left arm, hook it to your left knee. Keep your hips straight and slowly turn your gaze behind you over your right shoulder. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Release back to center. Extend your legs long, sit straight. Bring your left leg, bend it, and bring it over the right leg at the knee. Tense your hands. Bring your left hand behind you. Move your right arm over your left knee for a twist, keeping your hips straight, pointing to the back of your mat. Look over your left shoulder. Release any tension in your neck. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Release back to center. Now, we are going to work into a plow pose. We're going to do plow, but we're going to come through candle. So let's get ourselves comfortable. We'll roll down on the back of your mat and slowly straighten both feet. And when you're ready, bring your right leg up, straight up above you. And then bring it down and bring the left leg straight up above you and bring it down. And when you're ready, bring both feet up above you. And we're going to start to try to bring the shoulders underneath your heart space. Really feel that chest expansion. And then we're going to move your hips up into the air, and we're going to support your hips and your low back with your hands. So I'm going to kind of hop into it. Try to do it as slowly as I can. Point your toes. Your toes are the flame of the candle. And try to keep your legs as straight as possible. If this is not available to you in your practice today, you can always use the wall. So you can do legs up a wall. And let me show you that just in case you would prefer that. So you can do legs up a wall. Get your sits bones close up to that wall, okay? For those of you that are still in a candle, we're going to move here into plow pose. So bring your knees slowly to your shoulders. You don't have to touch your toes yet to the floor, but just feel that stretch. And if you need to come out of this pose at any time, it's okay to do It's fine. If that feels better for you. So go ahead and try to strengthen or straighten one leg at a time, if you can, to touch your toes to the ground. Try to feel chest to chin, chin to sky. Feel the stretch through your legs here and your back. Don't push this. If it doesn't feel right, you shouldn't feel pain in your neck or anywhere else. And slowly, with control, bend your knees. Roll down one vertebra at a time. And prepare for fish pose. Keep your legs, straighten your legs long. Move your shoulders underneath your heart space again. We've been here before. And bring your top of your head to the floor. Reach, reach, reach. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel that expansion in the chest. And back down. Bring your knees back, feet back up to your sits bones and prepare for bridge pose. Place your hands at your sides, palm face down. Bring your shoulders together and slowly, slowly bring your pelvis up toward the ceiling. You're going to feel the need or desire to bring those knees together, but feel like there's a block right between your thighs. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Try that again. Make sure your feet are hip width apart, in line with your hip bones. Bring them up, pelvis up. You can bring your hands together for a bind underneath your back. Feel that stretch in the thighs. Be loving and kind to your body and release. Bring your legs straight out. And relax your shoulders. Let's prepare for reclined pigeon pose. Take your left foot and bend your left knee, place your left foot on your mat, close to your sit bones. Take your right ankle and put it over your left knee. And we're going to do reclined pigeon. So go ahead and either tuck your hands behind your left thigh, or you can grab your shin to pull toward your body. Flex both feet and feel that stretch in the right hip. Be gentle. Don't overdo it. This is not a race. Be loving and kind to your body. Listen. Stretch. Breathe. Bring your left foot down to the mat, and let's do that on the other side. Place your right foot on the mat, place your left ankle, your right knee, either pull on the back of your thigh or grab your shin whatever feels comfortable for you, and feel that stretch in the left hip. Flex both feet so you're active in both legs. And down. All right. Now we're going to keep our knees bent and we're going to put our hands in a gold post position, or you can keep them straight, whichever you wish. And you're going to take your right knees and you're going to move them over to the right side body, but you're not going to put them down on the ground. You're just going to hover here for a second. And then you're going to come back towards center and over to the left and hover. Don't put them down. Bring your knees back towards center, and one more time on each side. Bring them over to the right, hover, and bring them over to the middle, and hover on the left. Come up through center, and we're going to do our final pose, Shavasana. Stretch out your legs, let your feet fall open, your palms facing the sky, and feel all that amazing energy and heat we have created in our body. That heat, making sure that fog is lifting, that dull ache that we have had being away from friends and family is starting to lift. We see with our third eye clarity and focus. Sink into your mat. Surrender to gravity and be still in Shavasana. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax. Slowly as you come back, bring your awareness to the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing blood and motion back into your body. Slowly as you come back, bring your awareness to the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing blood and motion back into your body. Slowly as you come back, bring your awareness to the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing blood and motion back into your body. Slowly as you come back, bring your awareness to the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing blood and motion back into your body. Turn over on your right side into a fetal position and bring yourself back up into center. Thank you for joining me today for this letting go of languish flow. Thank you, and thank yourself for coming and joining me on the mat. The teacher in me honors the teacher in you. Namaste.